Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening. My name is Lintang Indiana Stiti, and today I will elaborate my answer from the Method quiz last week. So I will elaborate the first questions. The first questions was elaborate your understanding of conscious thinking using the five concepts. So, in the class, Mr. Rai presented the five framework for conscious thinking. This model includes five core elements such as consciousness, intention, initial thinking, idealization, and instructions. And this is the explanation of each aspect. So the first aspect, consciousness. Consciousness involves being aware of the current circumstances and context. In the context of numerical method, this means recognizing the initial conditions and constraints of a given problem. And the next element is intention. Intention is about defining clear objectives for grasping and applying numerical principles. It serves as the motivation and direction for target learning. And the next thing is initial thinking. Initial thinking refers to the process of developing preliminary ideas and approaches to tackle a problem. This includes outlining basic steps and identifying potential methods for resolutions. And the fourth element is idealizations. Idealizations entails creating simplified models to represent complex phenomena. This involves making assumptions to make problem solving more manageable. And the last element is instruction. Instruction pertains to developing detailed structure steps or algorithm for solving numerical problems in an effective and efficient manner. And then applying the E5 in numerical methods learning. The E5 approach promotes a systematic thinking strategy. Consciousness ensures understanding of context, intention sets precise goals, initial thinking explores possible solution, idealization simplifies complex issues, and instructions provides concrete steps for problem solving. So in conclusion, this framework fosters critical and creative thinking, which is crucial for addressing numerical problems and other challenges, thus supporting both academic and personal development. And then I will elaborate the question number 2. Question number 2 was consider a problem in engineering that is required to solve using numerical methods. Use the E5 to deal or solve this problem. So let's consider an engineering problem. Determining the deflection of a beam under load using the finite element method or FEM. We will use the DAI5 framework to approach and solve this problem. So the first step, we use consciousness. This is understand the current situation and context. The problem is determine beam deflection under a given load, conditions and constraints is beam length, load, material properties, and the boundaries. And the next steps in intention. This is to set clear goals. The objective is calculate deflection using FIM, and then motivation ensures beam design integrity and safety, and directions use numerical methods for accurate modeling and solutions. And the next steps, we use the elements of initial thinking. This help formulate preliminary ideas and approaches. So the step for initial thinking is discretize the beam, formulate element stiffness matrix, assemble global stiffness matrix, apply boundary condition and loads, and solve system equation for reflections. And the first element is idealizations. This is create simplified models. This includes assumptions. The assumptions is homogeneous, isotropic beam, and then small deflection, linear theory, and finite number of elements. This includes model 2. The model is to represent beam with nodes and elements using linear elasticity. And the last step is instructions. Instructions helps to develop detailed structure steps. And first thing is we discretize the beam. We can divide into the elements of each length. And then we calculate local stiffness matrix for each element. And from that, we can assemble from element matrix and adjust global matrix and load vector for fixed n. And then we solve the equation for nodal displacement, and then we interpolate to find deflections within elements and verify results for consistency. And with this DAI 5, we can integrate that consciousness ensures understanding of problem context, intention sets clear goals, initial thinking outlines the approach, idealization simplifies the problem, instruction provides detailed steps. So these approaches enhance critical and creative thinking, crucial for solving numerical problems in engineering.
My name is Marcia Florenza Anindita. So I will continue my friend's explanations about the answer last week quiz. So value added we got in the E5 is enhanced critical thinking. So it will promote true analysis and logical progressions. Next is creative problem solving. It will encourage brainstorming and simplification. Next is focus learning. It will clear goals and steps lead to efficient and effective learning. The last one is practical applications. It will bridge theory and practices. It will making learning more relevant. So example, we were solving heat distribution in plates using the E5. Consciousness, we will understand the dimension, material properties, heat source, and boundary condition of the plate. Intention, it will set goals to accurately calculate the temperature distribution using FEM. Initial thinking, we will formulate ideas on discreting the plate and numerical method. Idealization, we will simplify the problem with assumption. And the last one is instruction. We'll develop a step-by-step FEM procedure for a systematic solution. Incorporating the E5 helps the student tackle complex engineering problem systematically. So it will enhance learning experience and problem-solving skills. The last number is self-evaluation or muasabah. So my self-evaluation is the first one is sholat or pray. In my current state, I perform obligatory prayers, but occasionally miss sunnah prayers. So I will improve, make a consistent effort to perform both. The next one is ikhlas or sincerity. In my current state, I intention sometimes influenced by desire for appreciation. So the improvement, I will regularly renew intention to be for the sake of Allah, avoiding any desire for worldly recognition. The next one is charity and kindness. Current state, I donate to charity during Ramadan. So the improvement, I will regularly throughout the year and engage in case of kindness daily. So the conclusion is self-evaluation is identifies areas where worship, attention, and interaction can be improved. So by following the guidance of the Quran and Hadith, I pledge to continually strive for self-improvement in order to seek Allah approval. May Allah assist us in our efforts to improve and accept our endeavors. Thank you so much.
So that's all the explanation from us for the quiz's answer. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.